y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am so excited because the National Pork Board is sponsoring today's video. For those of y'all who don't know, in college I studied meat science. So I took hours and hours and hours of courses related to meat. So when the National Pork Board reached out to me, I was ecstatic because I can release my inner meat nerd. I can share with y'all some awesome facts about pork, and we can make a delicious meal together. I am going to be making a juicy pork tenderloin stuffed with this delicious cream cheese mixture. This recipe may look fancy, but I can guarantee you it is pretty simple and it is definitely a crowd pleaser. We are going to start with the filling. So what we're going to do is add about a tablespoon of olive oil into a pan and let it heat up. Now that the oil is hot, I'm going to add in 3 slices of bacon that have been chopped. I'm going to cook the bacon until it's fully cooked. Now that the bacon has finished cooking, I am going to add some diced jalapeno and a teaspoon of minced garlic. We're going to cook the garlic and jalapenos together with the bacon for about 2 minutes. In a separate bowl, I'm going to add in half of a block of softened cream cheese. Now I'm going to add in some salt, some black pepper, and some garlic powder. Now I'm just gonna mix all the cream cheese and seasonings together. And lastly, we're going to add in our bacon jalapeno mixture. And now stir it all together. Our filling is complete, so we're just gonna set this to the side while we work on the pork tenderloin. Did you know that pork is an excellent source of nutrients that are important to our health, such as protein, thiamine, vitamin B6, phosphorus, and niacin? And it's also a good source of potassium, riboflavin, and zinc. I've got my beautiful pork tenderloin right here, and now we are going to prepare it to stuff. The first thing we want to do is remove any of the extra fat or silver skin that may be on the pork tenderloin. To remove this silver skin, what you want to do is stick your knife right underneath the silver skin, tilt your knife up, and then just slice until it comes off. The reason you remove the silver skin because it'll remain tough even after cooking. Pork fact: pork tenderloin is considered an extra lean cut of protein by the USDA. I've gotten my pork tenderloin all nice and cleaned up. Now what we're going to do is cut a deep slit down the center of our pork tenderloin, but be careful to not cut all the way through. Once you've sliced it down the middle, you just want to open it up like a book. Now I'm going to cover it with 2 layers of plastic wrap. Using the flat side of a meat mallet, we are going to pound it until it's about 1/2 inch thick. Now that I've pounded out my tenderloin, I am going to take my filling that we made a little while ago. You want to spread your filling down the middle of the meat, leaving about 1/2 inch to 1 inch of space on each side of the filling. Roll the tenderloin up tightly. And we're going to secure it with toothpicks. To the outside of this tenderloin, I am going to add some salt and pepper. Before I place my tenderloin in the oven, I have my pan heating up that I used earlier to cook the bacon in because it's got all that delicious flavor. I added another tablespoon of olive oil, and now what we're going to do is add the tenderloin with the toothpick side down and let it sear for about 2 minutes. This tenderloin is pretty big, so it's a little bit of a wonky fit, but we're going to sear it for 2 minutes on each side, or roughly 6 to 8 minutes for the whole thing. I just finished searing this tenderloin on all sides. It took about 8 minutes. I rolled it 4 times, and now it is time to go into the oven. This tenderloin is going into a 400-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. There is a common misconception that pork needs to be cooked until the juices run clear and the meat inside is white. However, that is not true. With modern pork production practices, pork is actually safe to eat when it has an internal temperature of 145 degrees, which is when the meat is a little bit of a light blush color. So it does not have to be completely white to be safe to eat. These cooking standards are determined by the USDA and the FDA code. The most delicious pork is pork that is not overcooked. I just pulled my pork tenderloin out of the oven, and oh my golly, it looks fabulous. The final step is grabbing a meat thermometer. We want to make sure that the internal temperature has reached 145 degrees. Now that I've confirmed the pork loin is fully cooked, we want to let it rest for at least 3 minutes before slicing it. We just sliced up this pork tenderloin, and look at how beautiful it looks. It is absolutely cooked to perfection, and it is stuffed full of that delicious filling. Ooh, this is going to be a crowd pleaser. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this delicious, juicy, stuffed pork tenderloin recipe, and thank you so much to the National Pork Board for sponsoring today's video. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about pork or incorporating pork into a healthy diet, you can visit pork.org/cooking. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't done so. And I will see y'all again real soon with another video. Bye guys.